For more now, we bring in our legal team. Nancy Grace is the host of Nancy Grace on HLN, along with Dan Abrams, our GMA legal analyst. Nancy, I want to start with you. This prosecutor tearing into this expert witness, Richard Samuels, conceding a lot of points. Quite simply, how big a blow was this to the defense?
Well, it's a huge blow, especially following Jodi Arias on the stand. And I've got to tell you, she did fairly well on direct examination. She started falling apart on cross-examination. But then when the jury started asking her questions, it was so bad she actually got a cold sore in the middle of the jury questioning. This testimony by the expert, Dr. Dick Samuels, was supposed to tie all that together and make sense of it. Instead, he was carved up like a Thanksgiving turkey and made out to be either a liar or incompetent.
Yeah, this didn't go well. There's no question. For the defense.
It went really bad.
Yes, it did not go well. But, you know, the question is, did they really need this kind of witness? Yeah. Meaning, this is a very tough defense to get a scientific explanation for, right? So I think the defense might have been better off by just having Jodi Arias' testimony out there. I don't agree with Nancy that it was quite as bad in terms of the falling apart by Jodi Arias, because look, her basic account is the tough part for her. I think her performance.
That cold sore?
I'm not certain what the relevance of the cold sore is. You've mentioned it now twice, but
stress from jury questioning.
I guess.
Dan, come on, you've got a doctor, right? How often has your urologist sent you greeting cards? I mean, this doctor on the stand is sending her greeting cards, sending her books as presents, and it came out almost at the very beginning that he was reprimanded and fined professionally in New Jersey for bartering his services for dental work.
Yeah. Look, the reality is that if Jodi Arias had testified and they had just left it out there, and maybe a juror or two bonded with her in some way, that would be a huge win for the defense. By calling this guy to the stand and having him attacked and cross-examined and undermined the way he has been, the defense, I think, is in an even tougher spot now, because if any of the jurors were thinking, well, you know, maybe it could be, and then they hear this guy get attacked the way he did, I think the defense has now taken a step back rather than a step forward.
Nancy, I want to ask you, the defense expert now, as you mentioned, those juror questions, he'll be facing some later today. Reportedly, they have submitted very many for them. What do you expect to see today?
Basically, it'll be take no enemies questioning, because that jury does not hold back. They ask all the questions we want to ask. And here's the problem with not calling an expert. This is a mental defense for Jodi Arias.
It's a self-defense defense.
She's suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome and does not recall what happened. That is part, Dan, of a very complicated self-defense. And they have to call an expert, a medical expert.
No, they don't.
Otherwise, that can be brought up on cross-examination, and it can also be brought up in closing arguments. The non-production of a vital witness. I'm sorry, I'm having a problem hearing. I keep hearing Dan in my ear.
Yeah, I know, because every once in a while the corrections are necessary. So that's what you're hearing in your ear. It's like someone saying to you, "Hey, Nancy, you got that one wrong," and then you say, "Okay."
Watching the trial all day would probably help.
Well, we have obviously lots to get to here. Again, she has been testifying. Jodi Arias spent 18 days on the stand. We'll be discussing that and many more things to come here. Dan and Nancy, thank you.